And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for another edition of That's a Bet podcast. You know who it is. It's your boy, 2T's, coming to you live from the Tap Studios. And you know, we got to continue this series, man. Y'all know what we rocking with. The GOAT series. That's a GOAT, right? Y'all like that GOAT. But y'all know, man, the GOAT series, we're talking about the best players of all time, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, just the greatest athletes ever. And we're going to continue our NBA GOAT talk here. The Mount Rushmore of basketball. Who do you think is your top 4 players? And who would you put in your all-time starting 5 any era? But y'all know I got to bring in some guests, man. I got to bring in some special people. And this guy I have on the show today, I've been meaning to get him on the show for a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, you know the NCAA is a hell of a organization. And we didn't want to risk any of his eligibility. But now that my boy CT has graduated from Gardner-Webb, I wanted to get him on the show and let him talk his GOAT talk. So without further ado, guys, I want to introduce Mr. Christian Turner, CT for Gardner-Webb point guard. What's good with you, man?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, look, I'm excited. I've been waiting a long time to get you on the pod, and it's actually cool now that, you know, your basketball career is just ending, but you are just fresh out. So I know you got some GOAT talk, man. We text back and forth all the time anyway about this GOAT talk. But real quick from you, Christian, like when somebody says the GOAT to you, you know, what does that kind of mean to you? The GOAT.
Man, just the person that can do it all, man. That just separates himself from everybody else.
Okay. So that one guy that's just head and shoulders above everybody, right?
Yeah, that one guy, man, that just stands out. He's in a pack of his own.
Okay. All right. So let's do this, man. I want to give everybody a little bit of back, you know, real quick into you, who you are, man. So Christian is a basketball legend around the parts that we grew up in. Down here in Fayetteville, Fayette County. He is literally like all world, man. What were you, number 7 in the state? I think coming out of high school. 84 in the nation. You know, arguably one of the best point guards in Sandy Creek history, you know, down here in Fayette County. You know, he went to my alma mater too. Shout out to Sandy Creek, man. Some big time players came out of that school. But CT, a little bit of background of you, man. You went to Gardner-Webb and all that good stuff. Kind of let the people know who Christian Turner is, man.
Well, man, I'm CT. That's what I go by. Grew up Tyrone, Georgia, like he said. Went to Sandy Creek. Signed a 4-year scholarship to Gardner-Webb. 3 years started down there. Ended up going to the NCAA tournament for the first time in Gardner-Webb history, which was huge for us, man. That was a big accomplishment for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Big accomplishment, man. But the next step for CT, man, getting into college coaching. Be a grad assistant at Gardner-Webb and get my master's in sport education. So that's the next phase for me.
Hey, man. First of all, look, salute to you. I want to give you a big shout out. Congratulations on graduating college, man. Everybody, y'all show him some love, man. It's amazing to do that. You know, we don't take that lightly. And given the situation, this pandemic and all that stuff, man, I think the class of 2020 just needs that shine, that light, because, you know, who knows when you actually get your diploma, all that crazy stuff has been so crazy. So congratulations to you, man. You know, I got a little something on the way for you, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate
got that little package, you know what I'm saying? You know,
yes, sir.
We ain't gonna talk about that too much, you know, it's too many odds out here. But yeah, man, Christian is a baller, man. He's probably the best court vision I've seen, you know, with my own 2 eyes, like literally makes passes. I mean, LeBron like stuff. I mean, he finds guys. He takes pride in getting assists and dropping dimes and playing defense. Like he's just one of those. He's one of those guys that on a basketball team that you just want to have on your team, man. He's one of those glue guys. And it was a joy watching you play, man. I can tell people that NCAA tournament berth. Me and my brother, shout out to LT. We actually went to South Carolina to watch him play the Virginia Cavaliers, and Gardner-Webb had him on the ropes, boy, for about. The first half and then the first 4 minutes of the second half, and then, you know, Virginia flexed their muscles. But at least you could say, look, at least y'all got knocked off by the national champs. You feel
Absolutely, me? Man. Absolutely.
So, look, that's dope, man. But hey, Christian, real quick before we get rocking and rolling, man, what we normally do on the show is plug you got to plug yourself, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you on Instagram and Twitter, man.
Instagram and Twitter, man. CTurner_4. That's for both of them. So please follow me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, go show my boy some love, man. Go drop some likes and please comment on this. Whatever he says on his top 4 or starting 5, please let him know if he's out of his mind, because I'm about to let him know as well. But y'all know, hey, That's a Bet Podcast at That's a Bet Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure y'all follow the show, subscribe and like. Right down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell as well. Every time you hit that bell, whenever we post a show, it's going to come right up so y'all can see CT do his thing on all the shows that he's on. And at Pineapple Picks, that's my personal page, guys, at Pineapple Picks 2 T's. Make sure y'all follow me there. Once sports comes back, I'm going to have some bomb picks. Ask CT about me. Ask CT about them sports betting picks. Now, we can say this now. He never bet on anything NCAA. And so don't ever try to come after me, but I would send him stuff just to show him and let him know that it was real. But CT know what's up. So
yeah,
when the sports get going, man, it's gonna be fun. And now he might actually be able to, maybe dibble and dabble here, but he gonna be coaching, so I ain't gonna let him do too much. So, but all right, CT, you ready, man?
Let's do it.
We're finna get on and rocking here. It is time to jump back into the GOAT talk. Okay, the GOAT series. Christian Turner, CT4. Who is the top 4 players of all time? So I say that. Who are the 4 players that were going your Mount Rushmore of NBA basketball? And like I do every show, quick recap of mine. I had Jerry West. I had Michael Jordan. I had Mr. LeBron James. And I had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Those are my 4 greatest of all time. Like it or love. Excuse me. I just had a brain cramp. Excuse me. I didn't put LeBron on there. I put Allen Iverson. Excuse me. AI. So Jerry West, AI. I'm blanking. Kareem, and Michael Jordan were my top 4 all-time Mount Rushmore. And AI, literally, he changed the culture. I feel like he made he merged hip hop and basketball. Jerry West is the logo. Michael Jordan is who he is, 6 rings, probably the biggest athlete, male figure ever. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the greatest shot ever invented in sports. Epic player. So, CT, who you got top 4, man? I'm ready for this.
Your top 4 is very interesting because it's very similar to mine. Okay. But first off, I got to throw AI in there, man. That's my number 1 for me, especially being a smaller guard and knowing he was under 6 foot, easily the best under 6 foot player in the NBA ever. Just what I love about AI, man, his will to win and just how hard he plays, man. Like nobody outworked him on that floor. After AI, I'm going to MJ, who I personally think is the GOAT, man. 6 rings.
The true GOAT.
Yeah, did not lose in the finals, man. And just this, because I'm younger, so I didn't have a chance to really watch him like a lot of people did. Yeah. But this last dance that I've been watching has really opened my eyes up a lot more, man, about why I think he's the GOAT. Moving on, I threw LeBron in there, man.
Okay, Brian. Okay.
I threw LeBron in there because that's the person I really grew up watching. Him and Kobe was my version of Jordan in some ways.
Okay.
But, I just love LeBron, man. He can do it all on the floor, makes his teammates better, can score when he really wants to. And I think he's a winner. He went to 11 straight finals, something like that, something crazy like that.
Crazy.
So just the ultimate winner, man. And what I think about LeBron, I think he's just a great teammate as well. That really sticked out to me about him, too.
So real quick, Christian, remind everybody how old you are.
I'm 22, man.
Okay. So new gen. Okay, guys? He's new gen. All right. Okay. And who you got for your 4th one?
My 4th one was probably my hardest one to pick, honestly. And man, when you told me you wanted me to come on and you told me what I was going to be discussing, this was like the hardest thing for me to do. But I went with Shaq, man.
Ooh.
I went
over Kareem, Olajuwon, Bill Russell.
I went with Shaq, dog, because it's this simple. Because I think Shaq is the most dominant player to ever play this game. I really do. I feel like there was no answer for Shaq from the stuff that I've seen from him. I'm not, and I want to say prime Shaq. I'm talking about Magic and Lakers Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just feel like it was no answer for him, man. And I don't know how I couldn't throw who I believe is the most dominant player and not be on my Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Wow. The Shaq one caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting Shaq. I mean, I was thinking maybe you would go Kareem or maybe Wilt Chamberlain, who was dominant, or I mean, I'm even thinking somebody younger. Maybe you push it like a KG or Timmy D or somebody like that in your four, especially because you're new gen. I thought maybe even Kevin Durant would slide in there. I'm shocked. But I say this, CT, I'm not that shocked because I know what type of basketball mind you have. I mean, let's all remember he just said a second ago that he is going into coaching, is going to get his master's. So, you're a student of the game. So for you to say that Shaq was the most dominant, it's not coming from a place of just pulling it out your ass.
Right. So, absolutely.
So for you, so when you say dominant, do you mean just the fact that his sheer size, he was unstoppable, or was his skill a little bit overrated? Because I think it was a little bit. I think everybody just thought, okay, Shaq is just beasting everybody down here, but his footwork wasn't, trash either. Especially young Shaq, before he really was got super bulky, and with the Magic, he had to use his skill set. You know what I'm saying? So right. I'm interested to kind of see what's your true definition of dominant.
Well, I just think it was just no answer for him, man. I think especially young Shaq, when he was really athletic, probably was in the best shape of his life then. He could really run the floor. And then think about Shaq, he played with some great point guard and shooting guards that can really set him up and put him in positions to really dominate. So I think he got to give a lot of that credit to those guys too. They really helped him.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. I like it there. So out of those four, if I had to take anybody out, I think it would be Shaq. I just think, I would put Wilt over Shaq because I think Wilt was just as dominant. You can say what you want to say about the era, but anybody that averages 50 points, that's 50 points a game is that's ridiculous. I would put Kareem just simply because I think Kareem gets overlooked because he was on the Showtime Lakers, but let's remember Kareem is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, and he had arguably the greatest shot ever. So. But I mean, Shaq's probably my 4. He's in my top 4 all-time centers. I'll put Bill Russell right in there too. Bill Russell, I love Bill. But all the rest of them, I'm not mad at you. MJ, I like a lot. AI, look, we right eye to eye with AI.
Oh,
I mean, everybody sleeps on him because I had one person today. Shout out to Michelle Hill, man. She told me that she wouldn't pick AI because he's not a winner, but. How is he not a winner? Because he didn't win championships. I mean, he played in the Jordan era. He played in the Kobe and Shaq Lakers era. I mean, he just got wedged in between some eras that he had no control over, but he was an all defensive player, averaging, led the league in scoring a couple years. Like you said, he never was off the floor, tough as nails and all that kind of stuff. So, and to me, he's the greatest player under 6 foot ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, like the thing about AI, I just think he changed so many things in the NBA today, man. Like people don't realize, you wouldn't be able to have your own personal swag if it wasn't for AI.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He took a lot of that heat, man, with the tattoos, the braids, cornrows, whatever you want to call it. He took a lot of that heat for a lot of guys, man. And now pretty much every player probably in the NBA got tattoos somewhere.
Yeah, that individuality. I say it I feel like AI started the self-branding. Part of the league. Now, don't get me wrong. Jordan kind of started the whole mega marketing thing, but the true look at me, self-branding, I am my own brand type of thing. Jordan was Nike. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't necessarily this is MJ. Jordan still had that Jordan brand and everything, but AI really started that hip hop fashion. I wore braids because of AI. I'll be real with you. I had braids in high school because of Allen Iverson. I used to be like, hey, y'all getting the AI braids with the two little raptor braids and you twist them, they was braided all into one. I mean, that's what I did. So, okay. I ain't even mad at your top 4. Look, but we're gonna move into your starting 5 all time. I know we're gonna have some disagreements here. So I want to give you my 5 again real quick and give you some time to react to it. So I had Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, and Bill Russell in my starting 5. If I was a GM and I wanted to draft a team, That's who I would draft. It's not funny. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Because I got 2 white boys on my lineup? What are you laughing at?
I mean, but you got 2 cold white boys, though.
Yeah.
Two
Don't get it
ones.
twisted now. Like the greatest European player, the GOAT Euro guy, Dirk Nowitzki, who like I can't stress this enough. There's no Kevin Durant without Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, with the one leg. Yeah.
With the one leg. That's KD's game. The off the bounce stuff. Now Dirk was awkward because his knees and all that, but young Dirk will give you 40 in a heartbeat and not even think twice about it, right? Larry Bird, people sleep on him. That corner 3, unstoppable. And Larry was the guy. He was an underrated passer, underrated defender, but he would compete with the best of them. And like my boy Majet said on the show last time, man, shout out to Majet, man, at Jet Skis. Larry Legend was giving Magic Johnson the business. Minus problems. College, he would give him problems. So, everybody else on the list is kind of what it is. Bill Russell was my Dennis Rodman of that area. He was kind of before Dennis, 15 points, 22 rebounds. So, I mean, you can say what you want to say, but we're going to give y'all buckets. Jordan going to do his thing, and Larry and Dirk going to give you buckets. So,
you got some liabilities on the defense end, though.
Hey, we good, though. You know why? Because we're going to put MJ on whoever's getting hot and whoever's chilling. I'll put Dirk on the point guard for all I care.
I'll put Dirk on mine. Can't put him on my point guard.
Yeah. So, speaking of your point guard, go ahead and give me your top 5 then, Mr. CT.
I'm gonna start with the center. I'm gonna go up because my point guard. Because I was a point guard, so that took a lot of my thought. So
okay, let's go.
Inside, I'm going with Shaq.
All right.
Like I said before, most dominant player that I think.
Okay.
And I know that defensively he's going to be there. I know offensively I can throw it into him sometimes. Maybe cause a double team and kick it out to my other very special wings that I got for you.
Okay.
My power forward was tough. I went between a lot of very legendary power forwards, man.
It's a tough position.
It's like I got an honorable mention at my power forward spot.
You can say it. You can give me the honorable mention in the guy. It's cool.
But when I grew up watching, kind of my era, I'm going with Kevin Garnett.
Ooh.
At my power forward. I'm going with Kevin Garnett. Honorable mention is definitely Tim Duncan, man. I think just Mr. Fundamental. I gotta say his name because I really believe he was very close to being in mine. But
Wake Forest in the building, you know it.
But from what I grew up watching with that Boston Celtics team, man, that big 3 with Kevin Garnett, seeing how he was that defensive anchor for that team, didn't always score a lot of points, but the way he affected the game was just off the charts to me, man. Off the charts. My 3 man, I'm going with LeBron. Let me say, I'm going with Miami Heat LeBron.
I like this. See, I like that you said that.
Yeah,
okay.
Let me be specific. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with that. I just think that's when he became a winner, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just think that's where he took it to another level. He was still athletic, very athletic, still a great passer. IQ was off the charts, man. I gotta put him in my 3 spot.
Miami Bron.
Ooh, yeah, Miami Bron.
That's when he finally took off the headband, Bron, and didn't care no more. Right. That's when he took it to another level. Okay.
Absolutely.
Who you got at your 2?
At the 2, I'm going MJ, man.
All right.
I think it's kind of disrespectful to not have him at your 2, honestly. If you don't have the GOAT at your 2 spot, I think that's kind of disrespectful.
It's like look, if we're doing a 5, you got to go ahead and give me your other 4 because we're going to pencil in MJ at the 2, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to have MJ, man. You want to win and you want a guy that competes. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of my team will follow MJ in the way he competes, which will make my team unstoppable in my opinion.
Yep.
So I got to have MJ at that 2 spot.
Okay.
Man, for my PG, man, let me tell you, I'm talking about this took hours for me to decide. But with the way I got my team formed, where I got a lot of guys that's versatile, can guard multiple positions. I went with Penny Hardaway.
Ooh.
Dude.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting little Penny or big Penny? The little doll or the okay.
Penny Hardaway. Magic Penny. Blue chips Penny.
Okay. Wow.
That's what I went with, man.
So why Penny? Is it what was it for you?
Man, first off, I think he's a do it all point guard to me.
Okay. Okay.
And another thing, he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
So I think I made a team where I got a lot of guys that's big and can do multiple things. Like MJ, Penny, LeBron can get a rebound, we can go.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's no slow. Like it's gonna be real fast paced for my team. And I think that's an unbelievable five, man. With Penny bringing that ball up and just running the show.
Well, I would say this before I tear that lineup down. I'm gonna commend you on getting the Shaq Penny duo together. People forget that duo actually made it to the finals one year. Got destroyed by, I think it was who did they lose to?
Oh, that was in the last dance. They beat Jordan them to get to the finals.
They got swept. No, somebody, yeah. At some point they swept. I gotta look it up. It's if y'all know, drop it in the comments. Let me know who they played, who they made the finals. Because I don't know why I'm blanking, but they ended up playing the Rockets one year. They played the Rockets in the finals the year the Rockets, I think they won their back-to-backs or whatever it was. But Shaq and Penny made it, and then they just couldn't coexist. Shaq wanted more money, and it was a lot of. Right. But that combo was nasty and deadly. That team was very good, but Shaq and Penny definitely run it. So I'm looking at your team. I'm like, that combination of Shaq and Penny is going to be a problem. And for me, people don't realize, having two Celtics with Larry Bird and Russell, guys that are kind of familiar. They play different eras, but I'm noticing a lot of people when they say their lineups, they pairing a lot of people. Some people did Pippen and Jordan. I know some people did Shaq and Kobe. I'm looking at those type of matchups. I know one guy did Steph and KD. One dude did Kyrie and LeBron. So, it's I can see that there. But you can't put Penny in your damn point guard. I don't give a damn. You tripping. All right. I mean, Penny Hardaway was nice. He was cold-blooded. He was big. He was a point. He was athletic. But at the end of the day, you got Magic. You got AI.
There's some great ones out there.
Steph Curry to me. I would put Steph over Penny. I will put Isaiah Thomas over Penny. Shoot, I will put Kyrie Irving over Penny Hardaway. Kyrie, Uncle Drew? Uncle Drew or Penny?
What we talking about? I mean, it depends which Kyrie we talking about.
We talking about peak Kyrie before the knees started deteriorating.
Kyrie different though, man. I'm telling you, man, I was sitting there just looking like this is taking hours for me to decide. I just wanted to go different, man. I just feel like I got a team that can do it all. Like every single person can do something like very good.
So I'm interested. Since you're a point guard, high level point guard, give me the four guys that were like kind of in that conversation, or what guys did you was like, man, who was behind Penny, and then who was behind him? As far as who you almost put in your lineup at point guard. I'm curious.
Now, remember how old I am and when I was thinking
no, it's good. No, we know. New gen. Everybody, new gen. CT4, new gen. Okay, there we go.
The no-brainer from the old school era was Magic.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
He was a no-brainer. I just had to because that's who I tried to model my game after. You know what I'm saying? As far as my vision and the craftiness. But he was probably the only one from the old school generation that I had in my mentions or whatever, who I was thinking about. But after Magic, I went Chris Paul, man.
Ooh.
Chris Paul.
I'm tripping. Wake Forest, CP3?
I just think, man.
Yeah, bro. CP gets slept on a lot.
Very slept on.
He literally gets slept on a lot. I mean, his vision, his float, like how he leads a team, them years when he was in New Orleans, how he was even getting them to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, I just hate the luck CP has, man. Every time he gets to that pinnacle, he gets hurt, and it's like it kills his team. But Chris Paul, yeah, dude.
I just think Chris Paul get overlooked a lot of times because at that PG spot nowadays in the league, man, it's turning into that scoring machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's a different. Yeah,
it's very different. Like to me, CP was still probably the truest point guard of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
From what I was growing up watching.
Yeah. I agree. Because I think beforehand, a lot of people would say Magic was like that true point guard, or even Isaiah Thomas because of size. But yeah, I think CP3 by the time he's done, he he might be done with this. He might be taking that crown as like the true all-time great point guard. I know a lot of great players pick him too. So okay.
Yeah.
All right. I ain't even mad at that. See, I thought I was gonna be poking holes in your team, man. I ain't even tripping or mad at it. But before we get out of here, man, let's go ahead and recap. So your Mount Rushmore of basketball, your top 4 players of all time. Give me those top 4 again, CT.
I had Allen Iverson,
Okay.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and I had Shaq.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all heard those 4. Let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know what you think in the comments, please. So now repeat your all-time starting 5, any era.
It was Penny Hardaway at the 1, MJ at the 2, MJ at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Kevin Garnett at the 4, and Shaq at the 5.
Okay. New Gen CT4, Kristen Turner. There you have it. GOAT Talk, GOAT Series. Man, look, CT, it's definitely love, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, giving us that basketball knowledge, giving us who you thought was the best. And hey, we got to do this again, man. I'm definitely got to get you. We might do some things a little bit more with the NBA since it's about to come back soon. So, Hey, man, love, man. Again, congratulations on graduating, Gardner WEBB, man. Look, if there ain't nothing else in this world that you wanted to accomplish, man, whether it's going to NCAA tournament, all that stuff, graduating to me is the greatest. That was my greatest accomplishment, man. You should definitely not take that lightly. So,
yeah, man.
You know,
appreciate it.
Brother to brother, man, I'm proud of you, bro. So,
yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Look, y'all, what's your cash app, man? What's your cash app? Go give him your cash app, man.
C Turner 4.
Okay,
C Turner 4.
$ C Turner 4. If y'all want to drop him,
let me double check actually before I put that out there.
You gotta let them know graduation
before somebody else to get all this free money out here.
Everybody send him $4. All my subscribers and followers send him $4 a piece, man.
All right, so look, I was wrong. It's CT4 Turner. CT4 Turner.
All right, look, I'm gonna drop it. I just put it up right there on the screen. That's his cash app, man. Graduation money. Look, $4 a pop. Yeah, everybody send him $4, man. He get some bread. So
yes, sir. I appreciate it.
But look, hey, for That's a Bet podcast, that's my boy CT Kristen Turner, number 4. For your boy 2T's, That's a Bet podcast, man. We will see y'all on the next edition of the GOAT series. Y'all know we talking that GOAT talk. Hey, we'll see y'all, man. Peace.